Oh, hi there. This is baby Godzilla. John's been painting on me a little bit, and he's going to tell you a little bit how he did it. Okay, take it away, John.
Hey, this is John. I did a little work on the baby Godzilla here. It's still him talking actually, but he's a ventriloquist, so his lips don't move. Anyway, I did a little bit of painting on him where this is all acrylics, as I said, well, except his eyes. I'll explain that. I used acrylic paints to put washes on him and to do some dry brushing. I used some enamel to do the eyes. Like I say, it's okay to do enamel or oils after you've gotten a base coat down of acrylics on the vinyl, but not directly to vinyl. Anyway, I tried to match the eye color from some of these reference pictures I have, which is kind of hard to see. There's kind of a glare, but I'm a little bit browner, maybe not quite as red as I'd like to be. But what I'll do next is I'll paint a yellow circle. First I did is I painted this black in here. I used a very small brush. Not that one. I used this small brush, and I painted a black circle, filled in close in there, and then I made a color that was kind of a had black and red. There's that color there, and I made that kind of reddish brown color, and I painted that in there, and I'll be making a yellow ring and then a black inside that. I'm just letting that set now. So as far as how I painted the body of him so far is I made a wash using Createx transparent colors. These are airbrush colors, but I use them for brush paint too. And this is a royal blue, and then this is a green. And also, to dirty it up a little bit, I did use a little bit of this, it's kind of a brown, a dark brown. Anyway, I have my water here, and I would go inside the areas that are like the cracks here and here where it would be shadowed, and I put it in there, and then I'd take my brush and get water on it, and I'd kind of blend it out, and then get it all around inside the scales, so that inside the scales it would get that darker color in there a little bit. And then I did the same thing with just taking more of this color, this brown, and a little bit of the green and blue mixture, and I did the same thing here where it's tan, get it inside those recesses. Then what I did was I took kind of a light, it's called sand sable, which I use for the toenails and things, and I just went ahead and I took a flat brush like this. It's kind of an old flat brush. It's the main importance about this is that it's a flat brush, because I don't want to get inside the cracks again. And what I did is if I can move this so you can see, right here I just took some of that sand sable and mixed it here, and then put a little bit of the wash and just put a little bit of color in there, so I got a lighter version of the color, and I just got it so almost all the paint was off my brush. And then I took and I just lightly went over the top of the scales and areas like that. Once I did all the parts that were kind of the blue color, I took the sand sable again and just took that and got all the paint on my brush and went over the tops of these fins, and just made sure that they looked lighter on top. I tried to blend it a little bit. I haven't done anything with the mouth or teeth or anything since then. But my next step is going to be, and I'll show you that when it's done, is I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to continue to paint the eyes like I told you earlier, but I'm going to take actual oil paints. These are Winston oil paints. What I like about oil paints is that when you do a wash with them, the wash is very fluid, and you have to use terpenol to make a wash with that. You can't mix it with water. And I'll be spraying some stuff called dull coat before I do this. I'll spray dull coat on the model to seal this acrylic paint, and also allows me to paint the yellow on here without having problems with the gloss, making it so it doesn't stick too well. When I do finish it, I'll paint gloss using Future Floor Wax on the eyes so that they'll stay glossy like they look there. So I won't be painting like the white highlights on there, because it's going to have its own highlights just like it does now, which is cool. This eyes will look wet, and I'll do the same thing inside the mouth. But the oil, earlier I'd said that the problem with acrylic paints is that they dry fast, and the good thing is that they dry fast. Well, like when I dry brushed, what I found was that I had to keep going back and getting new paint because it would dry so fast. What's good about it is you can handle it right away. You don't have it coming off on your fingers much or anything. What's bad about it is you have trouble dry brushing with it sometimes. But when you dry brush with oils, which I'm going to do, they will stay wet for quite a while, and I'll have to leave it dry, and I'll have to be careful how I handle it. But I will do some light washes using the oil paint. I got black and I've got like a blue, and I'll probably mix those, and then I'll make do some dry brushing, where again I'll take the flat brush and I'll get most of the paint off the brush, just wiping it on a newspaper like this, and then I'll very lightly go over those scales again. And particularly where I want to use the technique of the oils is to get the fins the way I want them, to really get them to blend really well from light to dark. Now what we're going to do is I put some colors down right on the newspaper, and I'm going to take my flat brush, going to get a little bit of this rust color and a little bit of this sable color, and just get it on my brush. And I'm looking at, it's hard to see, but there's a little bit of a reddish color there that I don't have on his belly yet, and so I'm going to try to get some of that, and I've brushing most of that off there. Again, this is still acrylics, and it dries really fast, so I'm getting just a little bit of a red tinge. Oh, you can't see it, can you? It's hard to make sure you can see and I can work at the same time. Okay, let's see if I got enough paint on there. I'm just going to do a little bit on his belly where it shows on the picture I'm looking at. Yeah, I'm liking that. You can't see, I'm sorry. I can't look through the camera and do this. He's got just a little bit of red there. Yeah. See if I can get a little bit more. Okay. Don't want to overdo it. Just kind of rosy up that belly just a little bit. Yeah. That's probably alright now. You know what? I'm going to get just a little bit of the plain white too, because there's a couple spots I don't like. Right there. Just gonna make them a little whiter. Alright. I think I like them okay. See, they're twins. Almost. Actually, he looks redder up there again. Depends on the picture you look at, I guess. One over here different than one over there. Let's get a little bit on his chest. Just a little bit. Very subtle. Okay. There he is. Next time I'll show you the results of my oil painting and talk to you a little bit about that. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye.